Having defeated Taskmaster, you learn that Hydra has not only captured New York City, but all of the United States. It was the mad scientist Arnim Zola who built a machine to harness the power of the reality gem and tip the balance of power in Hydra's favor. He's created a research station for himself on Ellis Island and turned the historic port into a nightmarish prison for his unfortunate test subjects. Taskmaster was ordered to bring the heroes he captured there for experimentation. In this upside-down America, you are the only hope the captives have to escape a horrible fate. Welcome to the newest episode of Tabletop Adventures. We continue the Rise of Red Skull campaign. Steve Rogers is going to war with Zola. We've got the island of Dr. Zola as the main scheme. We'll be playing with the Zola and standard sets alongside Under Attack. And we've already taken care of pretty much all of the setup. As you remember, we did finish the last scenario with Taskmaster on full HP, our 14, with our basic defense upgrade. We have the adrenal stims out already, and I've already got the... We can move this out of the way because nothing else matters. We have the power gauntlets and laser rifle already in the encounter deck. The Hydra prison side scheme goes into play, as does Ultimate Bioservant. We're going to draw our opening hand first and then deal with the Hydra prison. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And from here, we don't resolve our setup just yet. When revealed, Hydra Prison. Let's see. We've got the Bioservant as well. We actually do flip this over, so let's just get this on the right side now. This has a forced response. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 test counter here. Then if there are 3 or more test counters, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with the first player, and remove 3 test counters from the scheme. Zola has Retaliate 1. Ultimate Bioservant has Toughness, so it will actually enter with a tough status. Gets +1 attack for each attachment on it. Fortunately, tough is not an attachment. And Hydra Prison enters with 1 threat. When revealed, each player searches the deck, discard pile, and hand for a hero-specific ally and places it face down beneath this scheme. Place X threat on this scheme, where X is the total cost of all allies beneath it. Each player shuffles their deck. When defeated, remove this from the game and return each ally beneath it to the owner's hand. So, we're very limited in what we can do with that info because there is just the one hero-specific ally. It is... Is it face down? Yes. It is Agent 13, and so we will add 3 threat to this side scheme. And while we're at it, we're not mulliganing anything else, so let's just get Captain America's shield to our hand. You may notice I haven't talked much about the deck building process for this game. Most of the decks that I've played have been pulled from Marvel card database, marvelcdb.com. And I want to give a special shout out to Brian V, who probably has the, I don't know if he's made any recent decks, but has the best deck in all of Marvel Champions history on that site. The most powerful of all, I think. It is this protection deck. It is called Stunlock 3.0, and you're going to see, hopefully, exactly why that is. So, all of our setup is done. Let's play the game, shall we? Already, I do have allies that can take advantage of Steve Rogers' Living Legend. So we might do that. Zola having Retaliate 1 kind of hurts, but I don't think it's that big a deal. We're not playing Avengers Mansion this turn, so let's get Captain America's shield out. If I do play an ally, that's all we're doing with the turn. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. But, you know, would I rather have Energy Barrier or Black Widow? I would almost always rather have Black Widow. So, we will discard 2 to play Black Widow for the reduced cost by 1. We'll flip over Captain America. And do we have enough space for all this? We can slide this up a little bit. Come on, keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving, everybody. There we go. That's better. You go up a nope, you can't go up much. There we go. Well, you can see everything you need to see. I don't know, why are we crowding this over here anyways? Let's just... Why are we crowding this? I have all this space off to the side. Alright, huge quality of life upgrade. There we go. Black Widow can slide in there. After all that, we have this guy. He's still annoying. He has that tough status, but I would like to thwart with Black Widow and with Captain America. That will get all of this off of the side scheme. Hydra Prison is removed from the game. Agent 13 comes to our hand, and that's perfect because now we can discard Agent 13 and Luke Cage and never have an ally ever, ever, ever again to play Energy Barrier. This comes into play with 3 reflection counters. When you would take any amount of damage, remove 1 reflection counter from here, prevent 1 of that damage, and deal 1 to an enemy. Generally speaking, we're probably only going to get pinged for 1 as we go on. Nothing else to do, though, this turn, so we will ready everything up and draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We put 1 threat on the main scheme, as well as a test counter on the scheme. Zola will attempt to attack. And we're just going to defend because he's only 1 attack. The boost card. Do I care about... I don't think I need to play expert defense for this. It is test subjects is the boost that makes it 3 attack. 3 is blocked, and then we deal 1 back with retaliate. Ultimate Bioservant will let his attack go through. We'll drop to 13. No, we won't. We're going to use 1 counter on Energy Barrier to reflect it back, getting rid of the tough, and then we will retaliate 1, and the Bioservant now has 1 of his 4 hit points down. Then we draw the encounter card, and it is Concussive Blast. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each friendly character. Damn. So that's going to kill Black Widow. Unless I... Well, then it would reveal another card from the encounter deck, and there's only 1 card that I'm interested in stopping. It ain't Concussive Blast. 1 damage here will prevent that as well, and deal it back to Ultimate Bioservant. So, that was unlucky, but alas. We get to take our turn. So... Zola down to 11. We're going to do Fearless Determination, gain 1 thwart, draw a card. think I'm going to discard Med Team. It just costs too much right now. To ready Captain, and we'll attack Ultimate Bioservant for 2. Get rid of him. We're going to discard Expert Defense to play Shield Toss, return Captain America's shield to the hand, deal 4 damage to Zola. He'll retaliate 1, will prevent it with Damage Barrier, and deal the 1 damage back to him. So a lot of no you going on. And then we'll play Shield Block. Or, yeah, we'll discard Shield Block to play Captain America's Shield. Discard this, and go to our next phase. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? It's going to be tough not having allies, which are all already in the discard. Let's see. You go back there. Put 1 threat on. This completes on 6, by the way. Get another test counter. And you're ready. Attack. I'm just going to defend. I'm not going to defend. 1 damage. We'll take 1. I feel like I was supposed to... Oh, no, I prevented it. So, yeah. Now we'll take 1 and then retaliate 1 down to 5. Encounter card is Test Subjects. When defeated, the first player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a minion. Reveal that minion. So we'll place this over here and go till we hit a minion. Until we hit a minion. Shadow of the Past is gone. That's good. Okay. Shadow of the Past is going to come around by the time we're done. Ultimate Bioservant. This comes into play with the tough status, and this enters with 2 threat. I know I have it somewhere. There it is. And deals us an extra encounter card every villain phase. Okay. Well, the easy part is we're going to discard Genius to play Super Soldier Serum. Exhaust to remove these 2. And just discard the Helicarrier to play Downtime. We're going to hold on to Shield Block. And draw 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Playing a little conservatively, maybe more so than I normally would. But not having allies, a little tough. Let's see. The Island of Dr. Zola goes to 3. Would gain a 3rd test counter. We'll just do this. And what is it? Discard from the top of the encounter deck till we get a minion. Another Ultimate Bioservant. Here's a Shield Toss right about now. Zola attacks. We will defend, I think. Yes, we'll defend. It would be 3. 3 is blocked. Thanks to the shield. 1 is dealt back on retaliation. These 2 attack. They will get through. We'll go down to 11. And retaliate against each to get rid of their tough status. We don't have shield toss right now. But we might. Because Fearless Determination will draw us a card. But first, we have an encounter card to deal with. Berserk Mutate. Has Quick Strike. Since we're in hero form, it does attack. It attacks for 2. I would like to... I would like to not take 2. So we'll discard Shield Block, prevent the damage, and then we have Retaliate, so 1 damage to Berserk Mutate. For our turn, Fearless Determination, draw 1. Discard Strength to play another Super Soldier Serum. Do it over here. We'll do that. This is getting a little out of hand. Hercules would be great right now. Let's discard Expert Defense to ready up. And let's thwart the main scheme. Ready up. I'm going to hold on to get behind me. 1, 2. Actually, no. We'll get rid of get behind me. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Place 1. Place 1. Zola attacks. I don't think I'm defending against this one. I am not. We will take 2. Down to 9. Go to 9. We retaliate 1 down to 3. And then these guys are all going to get their attacks. We will not defend against the Bioservants. We'll go down to 7. We retaliate against them. Berserk Mutate. I will defend against. We prevent it. Deal 1 back on retaliate. And I forgot I have Mockingbird in the deck. But we will counterpunch. So after your hero defends against an enemy attack, deal damage to that enemy equal to your hero's attack. We will deal with Berserk Mutate. Zola, encounter card, is Defensive Programming. Attached to the minion with the most remaining hit points without another copy of Defense Programming attached. If you cannot, this card gains Surge. Since it's to the minion, yes. They both have the same, so we choose. So we'll just do this one. Gains +2 hit points and gains Guard. Ugh, that sucks. That sucks a lot, actually. But okay. I've been in worse positions. Okay, then. Let's go with... We're going to Shield Toss. I'm going to discard 2 cards. And bring the shield to my hand, and we're going to deal 4 damage to X enemies. It has to be these, because I can't attack Zola. So, this one takes 4 damage. This one dies. Then we're going to activate Super Soldier Serum to play the shield. Activate Super Soldier Serum to play Armored Vest. Now we have +1 defense. So now we defend for 4. 5. We defend for 5 now. I like it. But that does mean we are done doing things for the turn. So we ready everything. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of those. And Zola attacks. I think for Zola, I don't care. Zola can have his attack. I think. I don't have a lot going on here. Zola can have his attack. Oh, it's a boost. Shuffle Zola's Mutate into the encounter deck. Okay. That's not bad. And there's no, like, the star doesn't add anything, I don't believe. So, cool. So it's 1 damage. We take it. Down to 6. And retaliate 1 to 2. That's going to get annoying real quick. Let's see, what else? Bioservant will attack for 2. I think I'm taking that too. I'm not thrilled about it, but I think I have to. Because then this thing just dies. Yeah, I have to take it. Down to 4. Retaliate kills the Bioservant, which gets rid of this. And now the encounter card is Berserk Mutate, which has Quick Strike. It attacks. I might have to defend that. No, we're not going to defend that either. I'll take the 2. We'll go down to 2 HP. Retaliate 1. Now we get our turn. Going to pay 2 and discard Heroic Strike to tackle Berserk Mutate. Then I will exhaust to thwart 2. Discard Captain America's helmet to ready. We're going to flip over to Steve Rogers' side. Discard Indomitable to play Steve's Apartment. With Steve's Apartment, we're going to draw a card and heal 1. That sucks. And then we're going to tap to recover 5, up to 8. Ready, everything, discard, and draw 6. Which might be the whole deck at this point. It is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello. Shuffled this mess. They did an awful job. We do one more card, and we are gifted an encounter card by Dr. Zola. There we go. More green. We have Counterpunch. That could be good. Do this, and we get our third test counter, so we discard until we find a minion. Like, I know there is one. Zola's Mutate. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a tech attachment is discarded. Attach it to Zola's Mutate. Seen a lot of techs go. This will place an acceleration counter on the main scheme. And I believe we keep going. That's not a tech upgrade. That is. Gets +2 and retaliate 1. So +2 hit points. This thing has 7 hit points on it. Yikers. All right. Zola schemes. And it's good to see that as a boost card. Only 2 threat added to the main scheme. 1 added by Zola's Mutate. And now we're dealt. Oh, I wasn't dealt an encounter card before. I didn't do it. My bad. So we have 2 encounter cards coming. Our first is Ultimate Bioservant, which gets a tough token. And the other is another Ultimate Bioservant. Well, I mean, that turn really could have gone worse. I don't know how much worse, but it could have gone worse. All right, we have things in play. Let's try to deal with them, shall we? God. This is rough. I don't even think I could. I have to recover to get 5 back. Oh, because there's so much going on out there. So, up to 13. Then we're going to flip. Discard Counterpunch to ready Captain America. And then I want to attack. I think I want to attack. God, that's gonna ready this though. I mean, that's gonna trigger anyways. Who am I kidding, right? We gotta go after Zola. So we defeat the first stage. He does retaliate still, I believe. I think yeah, because he still stays out there. So we'll take the 1 damage down to 12. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for test subject side scheme. I think it might be out here already. It is. Reveal it. Place it over here. I didn't. Hold on. Before I do anything else, we're going to do this with Steve's apartment to draw one, gain one. Back when I was on Alter Ego side. Anyways. What is this? Test subjects. Deals an extra encounter card. Lovely. And I have already used... I can do this all day, so that sucks. The first player discards from the top of the encounter deck till they discard a minion. Reveal that minion. Okay. Fantastic. Now then. Discard the Power of Protection and Helicarrier. We're going to tackle Zola. We just need to go now. So tackle Zola. We'll deal. So it stuns him, and because we paid strength with the Helicarrier, and with power protection, he is dealt 3 damage. So down to 11 and a stun. Retaliates 1. We go to 12. We may need to use the adrenal stims. Discard power protection and use a super soldier serum to tackle Zola again. I think. Yeah. So we can't give him a stun token, but we can drop him to 8. Going for big bursts. And then use the Super Soldier Serum to generate another resource. And we will play Indomitable. After your hero defends, discard Indomitable to ready your hero. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shield block. Oh, that's huge. Okay. So, some things are going to happen. Number 1, we put 2 threat onto this scheme and a test counter. We'll put it on the next one because that completes the island of Dr. Zola. And now we have to deal with the Mad Doctor. Zola's mutates attack you with blind obedience and savage fury. It's up to you to put an end to this nightmare before the Mad Doctor unleashes them upon the world. When revealed, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and reveals it, then shuffle the encounter deck. Well, if I can find a minion here, maybe not that one. I think I'm just going to look for another Bioservant. Yep, another Bioservant. Need to put a test counter and acceleration counter on the other side of the main scheme. So we deal with the Mad Doctor. One of those and one of those. So we got... Oh, and it starts with 1. So... that's what we're dealing with. Zola attempts to attack. He's stunned. Get used to it. And then... that guy has a tough status, but he's going to lose it because he's going to attack. I am going to... tank some number of these attacks. I guess I should put the tough status on Bioservant just for the moment while I think about this. This one attacks for 1. I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 5, right? If I'm taking 5... I would go to 7. I can defend one of them and still be readied. Yeah, we'll take 3 down to 9. Retaliate will deal with all of their tough tokens. Mutate will attack. This one I'll defend, so nothing gets through. He takes 1 off Retaliate. We'll discard Indomitable to ready Captain America. Now we're dealt 2 encounter cards because of test subjects. And the first is Concussion Blasters. Attached to the villain gains Retaliate 1. So now he has Retaliate 2. As a hero action, we can discard it with a couple of lightning resources. I don't think it's going to come to that. This guy down a little more. The second encounter is another test subjects. Okay. Well then. Woo. Okay. I think we're fine. I know this looks like it sucks. It really doesn't. The first thing I'm going to do is discard Strength and a Super Soldier Serum to play Heroic Strike. Nothing here has guard, so we're going to deal 6 damage to an enemy, and we paid using a Strength resource, so we'll stun. But that 6 damage will drop him to 2. So we're pretty much there. But remember, we have a campaign to consider. Retaliate here. Retaliate, I'm going to use Shield Block. When I would take any amount of damage, prevent that damage. Now, actually, is this... I wonder if this is 2 separate... This is probably 2 separate instances of damage, now that I think about it. Because it's Retaliate 1, then gain Retaliate 1. So, operating under that assumption, and usually the golden rule of games like this is if you're not sure, pick the worst possible outcome. The worst outcome is it's 2 different triggers. I will respond to one of them. So we'll take 1 retaliation, but block the other. So we only go to 8. Now, we flip. Flip. And Super Soldier Serum and Indomitable discarded to play Black Widow. Wait. No, we can't do that. I was going to get real cute with, like, healing hit points and all that. But then I realized when we flip, we're just dead. Yeah, if we flip, we suck. So, no. And he's stunned. He can't attack me. I was going to kill him with Retaliate, but he's stunned. Captain America will just attack and kill off Zola. And that's just going to be the end of it. I do believe, well, I think to retaliate, you have to survive the attack. That much I'm pretty sure of. And since Zola doesn't survive the attack, he does not retaliate. That's going to drop Zola to 0, and we're done. And so we've stopped Dr. Zola. But at what cost? Let's get some stuff out of the way here. Because we have things to take care of. Come on, all this stuff can go away. We have to break out the campaign log. That also means I need a pen. I guess I'll have to settle for this one, because... Oh, nope. The pen I want to use is over here. Players engaged with minions. That's me. Doesn't matter how many minions. I do know that. Because I do remember that from before. But, yes, victory. Each player engaged with an enemy records that they are engaged with an enemy in the campaign log. If the Hydra prison side scheme is still in play, record the name of each ally underneath it in the campaign log. Those allies cannot be included in any deck for the remainder of the campaign. It is not in play. We dealt with it. If the Hydra prison side scheme is not in play, each player in hero form may replace their basic condition upgrade with its improved side. So yes, even more reasons to stay in hero form, because now we have the improved defense upgrade, +3 hit points, +1 defense, and hero response. After you defend against an attack, exhaust this card to draw 1 card. So, huge. However, we are on just the 8 hit points. Which is fine. That's fine. We have the adrenal stims. We're going to use this deck again. So we'll have downtime. And we can run it back up to 8 pretty quickly. That is all that we have to take care of there for the Rise of Red Skull campaign. Scenario 4 is done. Zola's gone. And now, next, it is the Red Skull himself. You don't want to miss it, and I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, and until we meet again, be good to each other.